You want to be hardcore, you want to be extreme. Well, if you're like the Sandman, then you're listening to the podcast Drunk Wrestling History, dudes. And please be drunk when you hear it. Peace, I'm out.
I kept Kleenex in business in the late 90s.
Mike Awesome might have fucked Tanaka's wife.
But just say no to this pay-per-view.
Wait, were you making a death joke?
Told you we should have gone to the donkey show.
Stop choking yourself.
It's either death or defecation.
Woo!
What's up, Drunk Marks? Welcome to this week's episode of Drunk Wrestling History. I'm your designated host, Adam, and with us, as always, are two extremely cool drunk wrestling historians.
This is Eddie. Step off. I'm doing the hump.
And this is Scott, educating the masses one drink at a time.
We hope you're going to enjoy this one. It's going to have a little hardcore edge to it, but to properly enjoy pay-per-views or episodes of this particular nature, we got to have a good drink in hands. What do we have today?
Well, I'm finishing up the beer that I opened during the last episode, this New England-style hazy IPA from Revision, and I'm about to crack right now the Megadeth beer, a Two Limon, brewed by Unibrow.
Brewed by Dave Mustaine himself.
I don't think so.
Probably not. It doesn't have a batch number, all that good stuff that Blackened has.
Right. Yeah. It's
Again,
good. It's good beer, though. I love it.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
yes.
It's a Belgian. I love Belgians.
Cheers to the Belgians.
Salud.
It's like two got the same. You got the same one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. I got some Buckin root beer. It's
Buckin?
literally- It's Buckin root beer.
Oh, it's got deers on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It almost looks like he's about to hit some dude trying to do a HBK elbow on the bull. I don't know. But,
Yeah. He's like, fuck this guy.
But hey, it was available. It was a funny name, and that's the kind of marketing that you have to work with me just to make it that much appealing.
Mother Buck and root beer.
Oh yeah. As a reminder, want you all to look cool with the Drunk Wrestling History t-shirts, which are available on whatamaneuver.net. Great, comfortable quality for on-demand printing. So it's available in t-shirts, onesies, I believe hoodies, and tank tops. So whatever is fitting, make sure that you head over there. Again, that's whatamaneuver.net. So you can get the Drunk Wrestling History t-shirt. Any other business before we get into it?
No, I'm good.
I'm okay.
We're all good. Got our beer. We got our Frank's Red Hot Chips in hand. Let's
Excellent.
put that shit on everything.
Yeah, my mouth's burning, dude.
Dude, mine too.
Yeah, I love it.
Let's get into it. We're going back to the year of our Lord, 1997. This is our third pay-per-view of ECW after that very successful. I mean, whether we want to count it as successful.
What are you talking about?
Second,
This is the
right?
second pay-per-view.
This is second? I counted third.
Did you see Heatwave?
No.
Okay.
It should be the
count this?
follow-up.
Yeah. I think Heatwave was in between, but I think Heatwave was not a pay-per-view. It was just like a...
It's like a house show.
Okay, that would make sense then.
Yeah. Second pay-per-view.
Official.
Second official
officially.
pay-per-view.
Because our goal was to do every ECW pay-per-view starting from the first one.
Good or bad.
So... Yeah. Yeah, we did a bad one this time.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, but yes.
Yeah, spoiler alert, this pay-per-view fucking sucks.
Oh! Easy. We want people to continue to listen.
But we have great commentary
Well, you know
to
what?
educate everybody on this particular one.
Oh, I was just going to say, he said we want people to keep listening. Usually our pay-per-view reviews, our shitty pay-per-view reviews are the best ones.
So this will get a 5-star from Meltzer for sure.
Yeah, if we were in Japan, we got 8 stars.
8. He'll love it.
If that's the case, we're heading over to Fort Lauderdale War Memorial Auditorium. This is ECW Hardcore Heaven.
97.
Yeah,
What a year.
I miss Fort Lauderdale. I just knew it was somewhere in Florida. It starts out, it's like a weird, everything about this pay-per-view was weird. It starts out with Joey Styles is in the ring announcing all the matches we're going to see.
Yeah.
Right? Which I guess that was cool because it was unique. I've never seen that before, but it's kind of weird.
I mean, again, we're still embracing that low-budget style, but still they're letting the wrestling speak for themselves. Maybe they're just still rolling with that momentum or that mentality of
it was kind of goofy. And the Rick Rude interrupts him.
Right.
And the Joey Styles is like, fuck this, I'm out. He splits.
Well, almost. He's like, you can kick my ass,
Well,
but I'm not hanging out.
yeah.
Here's the microphone.
And he kind of mentioned that he'd been with Shawn Michaels recently, too. Which
Right,
kind of interesting.
right. Yep.
You know, I know this is in that time.
They had a working relationship, WWE and ECW, but you weren't supposed to know about it. It was behind the scenes.
Right.
Yeah.
So Rick Rude's doing a promo, and then, like, imagine the fortune we had that Chris Candido came out to do a promo.
So you're not a Chris Candido guy?
No.
Okay.
No, in this pay-per-view, and the last pay-per-view reminded me why. I'm sure the next one will remind me why, too.
Okay.
That's all I got to say about him. Then Todd Gordon comes out, and he's doing he sounds like he's going through puberty. Like his voice is cracking, right?
It was
like
the stress of running his pawn shop.
Yeah, I think his... yeah, exactly. I think his balls dropped during this pay-per-view.
During this fucking promo.
Yeah. You know, that's funny. I just found out, like, literally 2 days ago that he ran a pawn shop. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the whole thing was kind of clunky and weird.
Very strange way to open a pay-per-view.
And then it goes into the intro music and intro video. Yeah. So it was kind of like a cold open, like on The Office. Like when Kevin had the chili. You know, it was kind of like that.
How dare you make that comparison?
Well, yeah. Kevin's chili is way better than this pay-per-view. It was kind of weird, but I didn't dislike this part of it.
And Rick Rude walking away. Fuck you, Gordon. Yeah. Classy.
Yeah.
I for like 5 seconds, I was convinced he was Paul Giamatti for a second.
Rick Rude?
Oh, dude, no. Gordon, Todd Gordon, he does look like him, yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Pig vomit. He looks like pig vomit.
Pig vomit, yes.
Yeah. WNBC.
And
all right, let's get into the show.
All right, starting off with the ECW TV title. Chris Candido, who's already out there taking on Taz.
Do you remember Taz being a bigger deal?
Bigger deal than what?
Than what he was shown in this match.
I do, and it was kind of weird that he was in the first match of the night. I wouldn't have thought.
Okay, curtain jerking, right? But like standing there like an idiot with his arms folded, Candido shoves him, spits in his face, slaps him, throws him to the ropes and clotheslines him before Taz does anything.
Right.
Well, you're not a tough guy. You look like a bitch.
Yeah, that's true.
But you're being pushed as a tough guy?
Yeah.
Dude, Candido punked him out. And I thought Candido, you're not a Candido guy. I get that. I'm not really either.
Yeah.
I'm not really a Taz guy either, but I thought Candido looked great in this match. He wrestled the heel role perfectly.
Look, he was great at what he did. You know, like I don't not like him because he wasn't good. He was really good.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is I don't like about him, you know.
Was he small? Is that why you didn't like him?
No, he wasn't even
Austin
that small.
Aries small.
No, he's bigger than Austin Aries. He was a little short, but no, because I like
Not
Taz.
many people are bigger than Austin Aries.
Small
Mighty
Austin
Mouse.
Aries.
Right. The Smurfs.
I don't know, dude.
I think Gargamel had an inch on Austin Aries.
Oh, Gargamel's way bigger than Austin Aries. No,
way.
I think, yeah. Well, because I think a couple of the Smurfs were like eye to eye to him
because they were 3 apples tall, right? I think Aries was like 3.5 apples tall.
How do you remember that?
I watched the cartoon.
So did I. But wow. I drink more than you, I guess.
Maybe you do. Maybe you do. The harder stuff.
No, I can't really figure out why I don't like Candido. I guess it must have been his mic work, I guess.
So you didn't like him? Like you weren't just like not a Candido guy? Like
I disliked him. Like he had like go away heat with me. Like I was like, oh fuck.
But was it because that you experienced Candido as Skip before you experienced him as Candido? You saw him in WWE as like a joke?
So here's the weird thing. I liked Skip more.
Wow.
Yeah, and probably because Sonny was with him, so I associated it was like, oh, I get to see Skip, which means I get to see Sonny.
Oh, gotcha.
Right?
Gotcha.
Yeah, so now he's like...
you get to drop loads and tolerate a Skip match, but like...
All right, okay.
But like there's no Sonny in this match, So no dropping loads, just skip.
I mean, if you want to, if that's the way you want to put it, yeah.
I didn't put it that way. You did.
I never said anything about that.
You specifically said no Sunny in this match.
I didn't say anything about loads.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. This guy is dirty.
Who am I, Jerry Lawler? The fuck? Right. Flair and Viagra? What the fuck's going on here?
No, I mean, he was fine. It's just, whatever.
He was a good heel in this match, I thought. Like, he was clearly the heel, like
Yeah.
the bad guy. Right? Rick Rude introduced him, so he has the heel heat coming in. Then you got Taz standing there. Like, I thought Taz was a bigger deal. Like, he came into WWE. I remember... I don't know. I remember Taz being a bigger deal. And
He
then
was
I
a
watched
huge deal when he came to WWE.
Oh, he really was.
Yeah.
Yeah, they introduced him as a big deal. But then you watch this match and you're like, what was the big deal?
Right.
Candido punked him at the beginning of the match. He looked like a bitch.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I thought so anyway. Like,
Yeah.
Taz was fine in this match. Maybe he was selling the neck injury a little bit too much. But I thought Candido was way better than Taz in this match.
I agree. Yeah.
Taz
Yeah.
was super boring.
Yeah.
And maybe this wasn't a good representation of a Taz match for
Right.
like the dominant person that Taz was supposed to be in ECW. But I thought Candido was way better than Taz in this one.
Yeah.
Personal opinion.
Yeah, I thought it was a good match. It was a fine match. It was a good way to start the show. Neither of them did any crazy shit. You know, they didn't go
No.
ECW.
No,
or anything like
definitely
that.
not.
And they didn't need to.
Right.
They recognize their spot on the show. You know,
the opener. Yeah, correct.
yeah, we're the opening match. We're not like the hottest angle of the night, so like let's just go out and have like a fairly standard, straightforward match.
Warm up the crowd.
Yeah, and it was fine.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah. Taz wins.
yeah.
Taz mission. Candido taps.
So after the match, we get a pre-show, a video of the pre-show with RVD and Sabu, and they're killing Insane Clown Posse.
One of the best videos I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, but it wasn't it wasn't clear why they were killing them.
It doesn't matter.
Right?
God
because
bless
it was
RVD and Sabu.
You just like it whenever ICP gets killed.
It was fantastic.
I think it was because they were wearing Boston Bruins jerseys and dressed like Gathering of the Juggalos.
Well, Gathering of the Juggalos dresses like them.
Oh, well, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you know what? Say what you want about them. Violent J is the best rapper name of all time.
I think DJ Quick is, but
No, fuck
whatever.
no. DJ Quick's not even close.
Humpty Hump. But whatever your
Well,
preference.
Humpty Hump strong.
He was at Gutfest 89.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Money B's good. I actually like Mike Jones a lot.
Mike Jones.
But no, Violent J. The best.
Well, Sabu and RVD killed him.
Oh, they fucked him right up.
One of the best snuff videos of all time.
Yeah, I was like watching Faces of Death.
Right. And it got better as the show went on. Who knew?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you would be able to add drama to that. But yeah, they did. All right. Next match that we have going on is going to be Spike Dudley taking on Bam Bam Bigelow.
Match of the night, you mean?
It was. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Was Spike's music Highway to Hell? His original music?
I don't remember what his original was.
Okay, because you know
Unfortunately.
sometimes they have the fucking bootleg music,
All the time.
and sometimes it sounds kind of similar to the original music.
Right.
So I was listening to this, and it sounded like Highway to Hell to me. So I was wondering
Okay.
if you remember that. I don't remember.
I don't remember what Spike's original music was.
Now, did you ever get to see Spike Dudley in APW?
I did. Of
Okay,
course.
because you
I
went
was there
there
live.
right? Because I don't think you and I ever went to the same show. I think I started going like a week after you stopped going or something, or maybe we went to one show together.
I think we may have been at a couple.
Okay, maybe a couple, but
I
missed
sat up in the
the
seats?
the Eagle's Nest, or whatever
right
they
in
call
the
it.
Eagle's Nest. Yeah.
I missed. So he was called Matt Heisen.
Matt Heisen.
I
Exactly.
never got to see him. I missed him.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. So you got to see him really, really early on in his career before anyone knew who he was.
Well, that's why I was like, "Fuck yeah, Spike Dudley."
Yeah.
Like, this is Matt Heisen.
Right.
Yeah, this is a big deal to me.
Yeah. Was Bam Bam a heel in this match? Because the crowd loved him, and I thought he was a heel.
Bam Bam was a heel. in
Okay,
this
so
match.
it's the ECW
Yes.
crowd loving the heel, which
Yes.
makes sense.
Yeah, Spike was supposed to be the sympathetic character, but
Right.
they just wanted to see him thrown like a lawn dart. A
Right.
dart,
Did.
if you will.
So all right. I should back up. I watched this pay-per-view twice for this review because we were going to do this back in like June, and for whatever
Right.
reason we didn't get around to it. I watched it at the time. I was drunk when I watched it. I was drunk when I watched it at the time. I watched it again last night to kind of because it would be fresh in my mind.
Freshen up, yeah.
I got drunk again last night, so both times watching it was very fuzzy to me. So this was not the first time Bam Bam had thrown Spike, right? Because I sort of thought it was the first time I watched it. I didn't catch that the crowd was chanting "Throw him here" or whatever like that.
Right, so they had seen it before.
So last night I was watching it and I noticed they were chanting that, and I was like, "Oh, so he'd done that before." What's that noise?
Oh, AJ's stuck.
Oh shit! Hold on, I gotta go take care of the dog. AJ,
We have a dog injury. Hold on.
She got her foot stuck on her ear.
Yeah, her foot is stuck on her ear.
Oh, geez.
Oh, pain.
Wow.
Okay, crisis averted.
The yoga over there. Good job.
The dog is fine now.
But still.
Lord. Yeah, she's got long. AJ's got long ear hair, and she was scratching her ear, and she got her fingernail stuck in it.
Yeah, it's a horrible injury. She's okay now.
So so that clears that up. So Spike had been thrown into the crowd before,
Right, so that's why the crowd was chanting for Bam Bam to throw him in.
Okay. So at one point in the match, Bam Bam dropped Spike onto the turnbuckle, like
Yes.
the actual turnbuckle.
Yes.
And did you notice that Joey Styles did not know what a turnbuckle was?
Wait, what did he call it?
He called it the steel support near the turnbuckle.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was like, no, that is the turnbuckle, dude. Like, I think he's like. So when I was like a kid, I thought the pad was the turnbuckle.
Right.
But then when I was older and had seen actual turnbuckles, like I realized the turnbuckle was the part that tightens up the ropes.
But who are we to argue with Joey Styles? Like, maybe he was one of the ones that set up the ring.
Well, then that's even stupider.
Then that's worse. You're right.
Right, way
Yes.
worse. Like, how do you... Yeah, like he would have operated a turnbuckle and thought it
would
was
have
called
known.
steel support near the turnbuckle. Yeah, it was just funny. Like, he didn't know what the fucking turnbuckle was. So not long after... It wasn't a long match. Not long after that is
No.
when he tossed fucking Spike into the crowd. He tossed him into, like, row 4, dude.
Dude, it was crazy.
So I think it was into row 2, and then the crowd brought him back to row 4.
Yeah.
At least that's what it looked like.
Okay, so now
Out of
let's
a
say...
press slam.
So
Through him.
So let's say the barricade is 6 feet from the ring,
Yes.
and call it 3 feet per row.
Yeah.
So 6 feet. So he threw him his ass 12 feet.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
From a press slam, running from maybe middle of the ring to the ropes, and just hucked him.
Yeah.
Threw him like a lawn dart.
Yeah. So now, I was watching this and I was thinking, like, I thought of this from probably a different perspective than a lot of people would. Have you ever done a stage dive?
No, I never have.
Right. No, because you've never even been in a mosh pit, right?
Well,
Like a
I've been on
proper
the
mosh pit.
fringes. I've been on
Been
the
right
fringes
outside
of a
of it,
mosh pit. Yeah, I went to Megadeth, and I was on the floor.
Okay.
But I stayed on the outside.
Okay. I've stage dove 2-3 times.
You've also been sprayed in the face by Guar.
Oh, fuck, like 30, 40 times.
Right,
Yeah,
that's
a lot of
hardcore.
times. I've stage dove a few times, and this is basically what Spike did was a stage dive. The most dangerous part of a stage dive, you wouldn't think, is getting a fucking finger in your eye, right? Or a finger in your mouth, shit like that. Or
Maybe in your butthole.
Or in your butt. Yeah, I mean,
I would imagine that'd be more pleasurable than like a finger in the eye.
depends on the size of the said finger,
True.
you know?
True.
But,
or preferences.
No, but I mean, like, weird shit. Like, obviously, you stage dive, you hit the floor, you can get fucked up.
Right.
But you just can't really hit the floor with the stage dive because
Right.
the people are so tightly packed. So this was kind of the same way. Like, they were going to catch him. They were ready for him. Everyone's really close together. He weighs, like, about 45 pounds.
Right. Approximately.
Yeah, no, I think Rio's bigger than him, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. But I was like,
Rio.
man, if he landed with his eye on some guy's thumb, like, he would have been fucked.
Way fucked.
But so what happened? He was busted open after this, right? And the crowd, it was a very ECW. It was very DIY. Like someone brought a towel to the show and handed it to him and shit. So he's out in the second row.
Somebody also bought razor blades, apparently.
Yeah, maybe
Let's
that's
get
what it
Spike
was.
his color for him.
Yeah, because I was like, how's he bleeding from that? He hit his face on a chair, or did he get a thumb in the eye? You know?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but yeah, they're out there. They're like putting a towel around his face, and he's bleeding like shit, man. I've seen slaughtered fucking pigs bleed less than this guy.
Right.
Yeah, it was crazy. And he gets, I don't know, he gets back in, and the beating continues.
Yeah, pretty much continues with the squash.
Yeah.
Dripping all over the mat.
Bam Bam. Yeah, Bam Bam pulls him in. He drips over to Matt. Bam Bam hits with a moonsault. That's it.
Game over. Yeah.
Game over. So now I thought this was very well booked, and this is exactly how this match should have gone. And This reminded me of Marco Stunt.
Oh, Marco stunted growth.
Right. Yeah. This is how they should book Marco Stunt. Marco Stunt shouldn't, because Spike got like basically no offense in.
Right.
Marco Stunt shouldn't be out there hitting guys with fucking Hurricane Ranas and shit like that. Marco Stunt should just be getting tossed around and fucked up.
Right. Luchasaurus should turn heel and just toss Marco Stunt onto like the entrance stage.
Throw him right out of Daly's place.
Right. Like
Yeah.
a dart into the entrance stage.
Right, it would make a lot of sense. I mean, like, because I hate that fucking guy, and I hate that a 110-pound guy is tossing people around and working them over and shit.
Right.
But if he just went in there and got the shit kicked out of him, it would kind of make sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, yeah. Also, I noticed when Matt Heisen or Spike Dudley was in the crowd, that was the most white people I've ever seen in one place. It looked like a Neil Diamond, looked like a Neil Diamond concert. It's like, all right, ECW definitely had a demographic.
Like a Trump rally.
Yeah. But after it's over, man, there's so much blood. Like, it looks like a horror scene was filmed in there.
Oh, it was great. And then you got the ECW staff coming down with mops.
Yeah, they're mopping the blood, and you can see the
Mopping
mop.
it up.
For a
And you
second,
can see the blood on the mop.
for a
Yeah.
second, I thought it was just a broom. They couldn't even afford a mop. It looked like it was that thick. It wasn't moving.
Yeah, it was crazy, dude. I mean, it was like Eli Roth showed up there and filmed a scene or something. So after that, we get more of the ICP shit.
More great video.
Yeah, but Sandman comes out and saves them. Apparently, he's a fan.
Yeah, and then he gets his ass whipped.
And then he gets his ass whipped.
That
which
shows you what happens.
he deserved that.
Yep, I agree.
that was-
That's what you get for being a fan.
That was fair. Why was Sabu like in a fucking shirt and like
That was
slacks?
one of the, like, he was heavyweight champion, so suddenly he needs to be like Ric fucking Flair, wearing a suit and tie.
Yeah, he's like
you
fa-
need to dress up your champion.
Yeah, it's fancy Sabu.
Come on,
Yeah,
headdress,
that was goofy.
neon trunks,
Weird.
or
Yeah.
tights. Like, leave him alone.
60 feet of tape around your arm.
Yeah, exactly. Including your taped up bicep that got ripped open by barbed wire the week before.
Right.
Come on,
Yeah.
he's Sabu.
Yeah.
Don't put him in a fucking suit,
That
and
was
don't make
weird.
him talk.
After that, we've got Rob Van Dam, accompanied by what I get reminded of as Paul Scheer. It's actually Bill Alfonso. He's taking on Al Snow.
So Al Snow did not have the mannequin head yet. This was pre
Right, so nobody cared about him.
head. He's still wearing his Leaf Garrett gear. So here's what I want to admit. Full disclosure. I'm very honest with our listeners. I took a shit during this match, and I didn't pause it. I let the match run in the other room while I went in and took a shit because Mick Foley said you should probably go take a dump during an Al Snow match. So I did. I literally was taking a shit while this match was going on in the other room, and I was listening to the commentary, but it sounded like your standard fair RVD match, and I didn't return until late in the match. I was taking a shit during it. I apologize.
You didn't miss anything.
I didn't think I did.
No, it was fine. It was sort of standard. It was what you
Standard
expect.
Van
now.
Dam.
It was essentially Leaf Garrett taking a squash by RVD, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I took a shit during
Yeah,
this match.
I mean, really the most notable thing was Al Snow kicked RVD's dick, and Joey Styles said boot to the bush.
Bush.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, apparently,
He doesn't know his anatomy.
no, I mean, maybe he's seen what's going on in there and he's got a big bush. And I was like, that would have been a perfect spot for a Man Groomer commercial.
Of some type, yes.
If Man Groomer had been around back
If
then,
they
right?
had been around,
Yeah, they
yes.
could have mentioned that, yeah.
Yep.
Right. Joey Styles could have been like, go to manscaped.com.
They weren't around then.
Yeah.
It was
too bad.
97.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
No, I don't know. I actually, here's what I wrote in my notes. I do have a typo, but I wrote, I don't know why I don't care. I guess because of Al Snow. Like, I just didn't care about the match. I might have been doing some shit too because, I was barbecuing last night. So, like, that might have been around the time I was, like, checking on the fucking...
You got to check on your meat.
Yeah, or check on the wood,
Sure.
like, see what's going on out there.
Sure.
Yeah,
you need a piss break match.
Yeah.
So it's Al Snow coming to the ring.
Right, Benoit wasn't on the show, so you do what you got to do.
Right.
Yeah, Van Dam won with a Van Daminator, and we also went into the match cold. We didn't get a video beforehand. Like, I don't know what
Right.
the storyline was, so that didn't help. But
Like, suddenly here comes Leaf Garrett to wrestle RVD, one of your biggest stars.
right.
Why do we care?
Yeah, it was kind of lame.
Let's go check our meat in the backyard barbecuing.
It felt like it was just kind of tossed together.
Yeah.
For no reason. So after that, Sandman is driving in an ambulance.
So he was put into an ambulance, and now he's driving it?
Yeah, I think he hijacked an ambulance, and now the Ghetto Bird is fucking following him, and apparently ECW has a reporter with access to a helicopter.
Right, but what happened to the ambulance drivers? Did Sandman kill them? And how did ECW know to send a chopper up with their own reporter in it?
Right.
But now Sandman is driving to the wrong arena, and the reporter is reporting on that?
Is that where he's going? I wasn't even listening.
It was ridiculous.
All over the place. I mean, obviously, he shouldn't be driving under the influence.
Suddenly, the fucking WCW is booking this shit, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it was like Roddy Piper at 12,
yes.
but 5 years later.
Yes.
It was stupid.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah. And then we get a Jerry Lawler promo after that, and I was like, fuck, dude, I forgot that.
Dropping names from WWF.
Yeah.
Like Stone Cold said do this, and Undertaker said do this, and Bret Hart said do this.
Yeah, one thing I'll say about
There's
Jerry
no
Lawler.
value to that. He's just saying empty names.
Yeah.
For the sake of the promo. Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I'll say about Jerry Lawler, though, is that guy is so fucking good. Watching this at the time, like, now I'd never seen any Memphis stuff
Okay.
at this time. I might have seen some of the shit with Andy Kaufman, because they used to show that on Comedy Central, of all places. That was when I first became aware of that.
Okay.
But I didn't really see any of the Memphis stuff. So Jerry Lawler's whole thing was, I hate this hardcore wrestling and it's bullshit.
Yes.
And I was like, man, I bought right in. I was like, dude, he really hates this. Like, I believed it.
Yeah.
Later on, I start to see some Memphis shit, and like, Memphis was the original ECW.
Right.
So Jerry
Throwing
Lawler,
fireballs and shit. And,
right? Lawler
Yeah.
obviously did not hate the style of wrestling.
Right.
But he had me convinced at the time.
Yeah.
you know?
No, he was good with it. He was good with it.
He did his best, but it was still kind of, him coming there was just fucking weird. Like, the whole thing was weird. It was like, wait, you're sending the old guy over there to straighten them out? Like, I didn't really like it at the time, and going back and watching it again, it was still stupid.
But we didn't know that WWF and ECW had a working relationship at the time, where they were kind of like talent sharing and put each other's papers.
Yeah, we did, because ECW had shown up on Raw before the previous pay-per-view.
But to the untrained watcher, you didn't know that they had a working relationship.
I mean,
you
I
just
didn't-
thought that they were interfering with each other's pay-per-views. Like, you didn't know there was a working relationship intact, right?
Well, look, I was a kid, but I didn't really think they invaded him.
Well,
No, I didn't think that shit was legit.
how old were you? We're talking 1997. How old were you?
97, I would have been 19.
I would have been
24.
23.
And you thought that was real.
No, I didn't. But to the
okay.
12 or 13-year-old at the time, oh shit, they hate each other's guts.
Okay, if I'd been 12, maybe I would have, maybe my brother 12 thought that.
And obviously the audience was not filled with 12 and 13-year-olds,
Right, yeah.
so they knew.
Yeah, it was a bunch of smarks.
Right.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the next match.
All right. We got ECW tag title match. Dudley Boys. Let's go over their company. We have Miss Jenna Jameson, Joel Gertner, Sign Guy, and Big Dick Dudley.
Big dick.
That's the best name ever.
His finishing move. Do you know what his finishing move
Total
was?
penetration.
Thank you.
Right? Was it total penetration?
It
or-
was total penetration.
Total penetration.
If your name is Big Dick, your finishing move absolutely should be called fucking total penetration.
Totally.
Yeah. Or balls deep. Either one is acceptable.
Yeah, or decorating like wedding cakes.
Right. Or drop-in loads.
They're taking on PG-13. This is my first intro to PG-13, or at least just awareness of them. I had no idea they were frat boys, and under all those layers, when they took off all the hats and baggy shit, it looked like Blake Griffin and Diet Chuck Liddell.
They were the USWA Tag Team Champions, which
Yes.
USWA, coincidentally, owned by Jerry Lawler.
Right.
That's why they got a spot on the show.
Yeah.
Did you ever wonder why we accepted the crisscross as a wrestling move? Because Devon and I think Jamie Dundee, at one point are doing a crisscross.
What was the crisscross?
The crisscrosses where they're running opposite ends of the ropes.
Oh, that.
So
okay.
one is going
That's
horizontally.
what I thought. That's what I thought you meant. But when you said move, I didn't think of that was a move.
Well, why
okay.
are wrestlers doing that? Why is in 1997? Why is the crisscross still a thing?
That's a good question.
And then one of them slides out of the ring. Jamie Dundee kisses
Yeah.
Jenna Jameson.
Oh yeah, that was great too because he kisses Jenna Jameson and she's like spitting, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I've never seen her spit before.
That's not one of her signature moves. Interesting.
No,
That's
no,
not her finisher.
Yeah, no, her finisher is the swallow.
Exactly. Yeah. Or directly in the eyeball. It's very strange that she would spit.
So I liked PG-13 a lot when they were in WWE. Turns out I do not like them when they're not in WWE.
Because?
Because they sucked.
Okay.
They had these shitty clothes. They did shitty moves.
Their jokes were apparently like their strong suit.
Oh yeah, they made some kind of joke at the beginning too, but even the joke was bad. It was like a South Park reference or some. Do you remember what it was?
No, they
I
were
might have
just
written it
insulting
down.
the Dudleys.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Maybe not.
No, I don't have their jokes.
Yeah.
They were just cutting jokes, and they weren't very funny.
Yeah.
They insulted them after the match, said Mama Dudley's a hoe. Something
Yeah,
to that effect.
yeah.
Actually, the crowd started chanting that at one point.
Right.
At the end of the match, Jamie Dundee, you may have won that match, but your mama is still a hoe.
That's what it was, yeah.
That'll show him.
Scathing commentary.
Oh, to
Yeah.
get the heat.
Oh, yeah. Harsh. Stiff words.
Stiff. Which
Stiff.
is funny because Jenna Jameson was at ringside. Joel Gertner was
Hey,
lined.
well, you know what? Stiff might be the wrong word for to associate with Jenna Jameson during this, because this seemed to be her meth years.
Okay, but let's not make any mistake. Jenna Jameson in 1997
Right.
was the hottest fucking porn star in the world.
No, I'm not saying I didn't play with my Sega during it. I'm just like, she looked a little...
Dude,
something
I
was
played
going
with my
on.
Sega so much, like, that shit broke. Like, I had to upgrade my Sega because of Jenna Jameson. One of the lines of the night, Joel Gertner, when he's doing his whole shtick,
Shtick.
your referee is bald.
Balls. I had that...
Fucking gold.
Yeah, I had that in my notes. Joel Gertner was... You said this on the other ECW podcast. What a fucking wise ass Joel Gertner.
Oh, man.
He
You
was
wanted to
great,
hate him,
man.
but you couldn't.
Yeah.
Because he was like your dirty brother that ripped all the nasty jokes. And like, he was like Chet from Weird Science. Like, he was just fucking dirty and like disgusting, but you fucking loved him.
Yeah.
Like, that was Joel Gertner. And your referee is bald. Oh my gosh.
You know what?
Gold.
Joel Gertner was the best part of this whole pay-per-view.
I don't disagree with that
Right?
at all.
Yeah.
Do not disagree. Dudley's won. in
That
3D.
and he was the best, and the part when the crowd chanted "bounce" and Jenna Jameson bounced.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. They got their wish.
Yeah. Then we get Sandman driving around again after that.
Back to the chopper.
Yeah, he's like driving around like CJ from San Andreas.
Well, he was drunk.
It was, well, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was kind of it. It was really brief.
He stopped for a pack of smokes and booze and then kept driving.
Yeah.
He's like us coming to the Drunkard Dome.
Yeah, years before the Drunkard Dome existed.
Right. That's
Yeah.
where we drew our inspiration from.
Yeah. Then Lawler does an in-ring promo when he calls the crowd a bunch of dope heads. That was pretty cool.
Yes.
Drinks wine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dope headed derelicts, actually.
But then he cuts the same promo that he cut backstage earlier in front of the live crowd.
Right.
So now you're getting like a double dose of the lame jokes.
Yeah.
Felt
Right.
kind of flat.
Yeah, but the crowd hated his ass, though.
They did because they didn't hear it earlier.
Yeah, and right, exactly. And they're the hardcore ECW fans.
Right.
Like, don't you dare shit on what we love.
Exactly. And now you get Tommy Dreamer and Beulah versus Jerry Lawler.
Yeah, so Dreamer comes out to bootleg Man in the Box.
Well, because we're watching on WWE Network how many
Right,
years later.
right. And you know, if you asked me before what his song was, I don't know if I would have remembered it. But as soon as I heard that, I was like,
yeah.
this is clearly like
I'm getting
shitty version
enough of the like great value version of this to realize it's Man in the Box.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The security. Yeah, they have security with Beulah on the way out, and like the security guy has hoop earrings, so he was clearly legit security.
That's how he got hired.
Yeah. Right.
Wait, do you have hoop here? Okay, you're hired.
Yeah. Beulah was like. Is that a real name? Is anyone besides her named Beulah?
What was her name in Hustler?
She was in Hustler?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's why she was a big deal.
Oh, I never knew this. This is news to me.
Well, there's something for you to look up when we're done.
Okay.
Google image search Beulah nude.
Yeah. Okay.
And she will pop up.
I was just like, but I mean, is anyone? It's just a fucking shitty name, dude.
I don't even know how to spell it.
Yeah, Beulah sounds like when you're vomiting.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, I don't like it.
From like too many Atulemons and Bullet whiskey.
Yeah. Right. So really early on, Tommy Dreamer had like a metal ball. right? Like a mixing bowl. He smacks Jerry Lawler over it. So like right away, Jerry Lawler's bleeding. And then there's a very young tie-dye guy in the crowd. Did you notice him? He was there? Yeah. Because it's Florida. That's where he's from. I met him in Florida twice.
A Florida man.
And then Dreamer's hitting him with beers, and that upset me because he's wasting beer.
You don't waste beer.
Yeah, right.
You're talking to the wrong podcast about wasting beer.
I don't know, man. It was okay. It was an okay match. It was pretty cool. What I liked about it was the kind of match that Jerry Lawler supposedly hated.
Yeah, but he relished in it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And can we get to the lights out shit? Like, it happened 3 fucking times?
Yeah. Well, before that, I'd like to mention that there was a sign in the audience that said, Cuban GF, will you marry me?
I don't know what that means.
Like, Cuban girlfriend, will you marry me? I don't know I don't know what it means either, actually.
Like, where do you find a Cuban girlfriend?
I don't know.
Is that like an online wife kind of thing? Like a Russian wives thing?
You find a Cuban girlfriend in Florida.
Oh.
And he wants her to marry him.
But nice of him to be nice.
I think he
to
was,
be general with that sign.
Or assuming she's watching the pay-per-view.
Or maybe he has more than one Cuban girlfriend. And he's
maybe, yeah. Playing the odds.
He'll marry any of them.
Yeah. The one that's watching this pay-per-view lucks out.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we get to the lights out shit. Go ahead.
Okay, so the first time, the lights go out. They come back on. Rick Rude is back, who had left earlier. Lays out Tommy Dreamer with a trash can.
Yeah.
Lawler covers Dreamer, kicks out at 2. Lights go out a fucking again.
Before that, I want to say I felt bad for Rick Rude. Actually.
Why?
I was like, man, this is what he was doing now? Like, he'd just been in WWE. Like, the guy's a legend, and this is what he's fucking doing. He's showing up in
Yeah,
this
but he's more
shit.
doing ECW a favor because he was a big deal in WWE at the point with DX. Like, DX was at the very tip-top of the WWE card.
Yeah.
So he came over here to kind of do these guys a favor.
That's true, I guess. All right.
Yeah. And he didn't really factor in because he was the first lights out guy.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
Okay, lights go out again. Dreamer has Lawler and a pile driver. They come back on. Jake Roberts is in the fucking ring. Lays out Dreamer with a clothesline and a DDT.
And Jake looks terrible.
Terrible.
He's in better shape now than he was then, 23 years later.
You and I are in better shape now than Jake was in 97 at this point.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, like, with the amount we've been drinking at the same time.
Yeah.
And our physical condition.
Yeah.
You and I are in way better shape than Jake was at this point.
You're probably younger than or older than Jake was at that point.
I'm older than a lot of people at this point.
Are you older than everyone on this pay-per-view?
I think so.
Right? Like, you might be older than Lawler was.
That's a safe assumption.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, pray for me. I'm not in great shape.
Yeah.
So then they go out again. So Dreamer is hit with a short arm clothesline, DDT. Jake Roberts lays out Dreamer. Jake Roberts then lays out Lawler with a short arm clothesline, who falls on top of Dreamer, kicks out at 2. And after the kick out, the lights go out again. So 3 times the lights go out. Okay.
Shouldn't the lights gone
Rule
out?
three
Shouldn't the lights gone out before too?
Oh, way before.
Right, it should have happened during the pin.
If you're gonna kick out, like, you may as well kill the lights again. If you're gonna do it 3 fucking times,
Right.
you're overkilling at this point.
Yeah.
Yep. So lights go out again. They come back up. Sonny's in the ring. Which, let me just bring this to everybody's attention. Suddenly it's the AVN fucking awards. Right?
Yeah.
You've got Jenna Jameson. You've got Sonny. You've got Beulah. All of these fucking porn stars under one roof. It's incredible.
Well, in typical fashion, Sonny's way late. Yeah, so she sprays Jerry Lawler with hairspray.
We assume it's hairspray.
And then vomit attacks her.
Right.
And who's barking? Is that one of my dogs?
I think it's one of yours.
Okay.
Because nobody else's dogs are here.
Then she attacks Lawler. And then does Jake hit a DDT?
No, Jake's gone.
It was so fucked up, this match.
Right, so Dreamer gets sprayed with whatever's in Sonny's can. I think it was vodka. Then Beulah catfights with Sonny. Then
That's right.
Beulah kicks Lawler in the nuts. Dreamer does a nut grab on Lawler. Grabs him by his testicles. Poor Lawler. Hits a DDT, Dreamer wins.
Dude, this is so fucking weird and convoluted. I'm watching, you're reading your notes because you can't remember this shit.
It's
You
all
know what I
over
mean?
the fucking
It's
place.
all over the place. It was terrible, dude. It was too many bells and whistles. It was
Right.
not. It was not enough Sunny.
Not,
I mean, if
thought
Sunny's
too
gonna
much
be,
Sunny.
I mean, if Sunny's gonna be there, like at least have her out there the whole time.
I'd rather watch this than her most recent video, if I had to say.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, I also thought like it was a good thing that they didn't have her and Jenna Jameson out there at the same time because that might have been too much, dude. It would have been like crossing the streams in Ghostbusters.
Very true.
Right?
Very true.
I don't know if I would have been able to handle it.
Dude, my Sega would have been completely broken at this point.
Yeah, it would have been raw.
Completely.
So after that fucking fiasco, we get the helicopter again.
Back to the chopper.
Yeah. And nothing really happens. It was stupid.
No, but at this point, Sandman lands at his destination.
Oh,
And the chopper catches him beating the fuck out of a bunch of people.
that's right.
And Sandman becomes a Florida man. Just hitting people with a kendo stick.
In
Gets
Florida.
taken to jail in Florida. He becomes a Florida man.
You're right. You're right.
Now we get the main event.
Yeah.
In other words, just a regular Saturday night.
It is.
Or whenever the fuck it was. But yeah. So main event was they always call it the three-way dance, not triple threat. I guess it's an ECW thing. ECW title between franchise Shane Douglas, Sabu, and Terry Funk.
They played Terry's real music.
Did they really?
Ride Stallion Ride. Yeah. He was
Okay.
the only fucking of all the music they paid to play. I mean,
That was
they probably got it for $7.
Right.
But I was
because
like-
Walk is way more expensive.
Right. I was like shit, man.
$22.
Yeah, you couldn't splurge for Man in the Box, motherfuckers.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah.
WWE.
So Terry's all bandaged up, right?
Right.
Going into it.
Where he was bandaged up for every match.
Yeah, so
It was like 72.
like bullet number 5 on my note says, I've kind of stopped caring at this point, to be honest.
So what you're saying is it hasn't been a great pay-per-view up to
No, it
this
has not
point.
been a great pay-per-view.
It really has not.
I'm at my second time in the last couple months watching this match. I'm piss-ass drunk,
Yeah.
and I just don't fucking care.
Right. Well, let's understand. We're following up Barely Legal, which in a lot of people's minds is like one of the greatest pay-per-views of all time.
It is. It's one of the best pay-per-views of all
It's
time.
outstanding.
It was definitely the pay-per-view of the year.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
97?
Like, what
Yeah.
else in 97 matched up to Barely Legal? Mm-hmm. Good luck mentioning anything that's even close.
Yeah. And this
So,
match...
this was a hard follow-up.
Yeah, this match is a fucking clusterfuck because they don't ever do the thing where, you know, in a triple threat where one guy will get tossed out of the ring or something and he's down for like 7 minutes because he fell over the top rope.
Right.
They never do any of that, so you never really get to the part where it's just 2 guys fighting. It's
Right.
3 constantly, and it's like, I know this was, because I think I don't know if the 3-way match was invented at ECW, but it definitely was popularized there.
Right.
So this was sort of early on, so I think maybe guys hadn't quite figured out how to do it.
Right.
I mean, I think typically they're kind of hard matches to do, and they're typically not the best matches, but this is like the worst one of them I've ever seen. It was a fiasco.
Yeah. Not great.
Yeah, and the crowd was actually kind of out of it too. Like I kind of felt like the crowd was like they must have cut off the beer at that point, you know, because the crowd seemed just sort of worn out. Like they felt like I felt.
Or there was
Like,
so
they
many
were just,
lights
like-
out.
Yeah,
But
like
in the match before, they're like, fuck this.
right. They were kind of like, are the ribs done yet? You know,
Yeah.
like
Where's New Jack?
right. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like nonsense. Just like fucking one thing after another. It was sort of like a Bucks match, is what it reminded me of. It's spot after spot after spot after spot.
Yes.
Sabu does the chair moonsault thing, and the chair collapses on him, which is probably my favorite part of the match.
Well, the crazy part is like Sabu had beaten Terry Funk for the title the previous week.
Yeah,
And Terry Funk had lost to Sabu, but Sabu had gotten his bicep ripped open
right.
during the course of the match and had to crazy glue it together. But
Well,
yet
that was the
somehow
one, no,
still
that was
won.
the one, that's one where he taped it. He taped it up during the match, right? Where he sent Fonzie for the tape.
Oh, duct tape, yes.
no,
Duct-
it was like athletic tape. You know, the shit that you tape your wrist with. Same
Yeah.
shit. But he sent Fonzie to get it, and it was actually pretty cool. You could see him wrapping it around his arm while
Yeah.
taking a neck breaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he crazy glued it after, but I heard he got like 130 stitches or something insane like that.
Yeah, and then wrestled the next week
Yeah,
in this match.
right.
Well, why the fuck was he wrestling in this match?
He's a fucking warrior, dude.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah.
Like, Paul Heyman, has to-
Homicidal, suicidal, genocidal. Live up to that name.
yes, Paul Heyman has to be one of the greatest salesmen of all time. to convince Sabu to wrestle in this match. So maybe it's no surprise that he was the first one out.
Right.
But it was a full match up until that point.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it went on for a good 15 minutes probably. Because it's a long match.
It really is.
And this match was about 3 hours. Oh, yeah. Alfonso sucks, dude.
So fucking annoying.
I never liked that guy, dude.
With that whistle.
Yeah.
By like minute 3 of this match, I wanted to shove the thing up his ass.
He was shit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like your gimmick is a whistle? Fuck off.
Right. So he attacks Terry. Then Todd Gordon comes out and attacks Fonzie.
Oh my gosh.
So it's like it went from...
Todd Gordon in again.
Yeah, no, it went from shitty to shittier.
Right.
Luckily, just good to see Paul Giamatti's range.
Luckily, both guys get put through a table by Sabu.
Right.
He doesn't realize he's putting both guys through a table.
Yeah.
Sabu gets knocked out of the match by Terry Funk and Shane Douglas. Doesn't realize it. He's just fucking kind of out.
Right, and then suddenly Sandman's there for some reason.
And Sandman comes back.
Yeah, he shows up.
Ugh.
Yeah, and then Terry, he's beating the fuck out of... Who was it? Douglas with a trash can, and then he starts hitting his own head with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess his whole thing was that he was fucking crazy. Middle-aged and crazy.
Right.
I like that one time.
Middle-aged. That's gracious.
Yeah, I like one time, I think JR one time said he's middle-aged and crazy, and Jerry Lawler goes, how many 102-year-olds do you know? And then the whole roster comes out, and they're standing on the ramp watching the
They're
match.
hanging out watching the match.
Yeah, and I was like, what is going on? Why are they all out there?
And then Terry Funk and Shane Douglas botch a move off the apron through a table.
Yeah.
There was a botched move, and then it goes back in. Shane Douglas hits like 4 belly-to-bellies, finally gets the pin. Just not a great match.
Not at all. Yeah, Dory Funk shows up.
Yeah, Dory Funk came in.
Yeah, and then it took until this match for me to notice that the ring skirt says hardcore, but there's no E on the end of it.
Oh my gosh.
They made a ring skirt with a typo. I've never saw a more fucked up match than this. I mean...
It was not great.
I'm watching and I'm like, the crowd looks so bored.
Yeah.
Like, dude, if this had been now and they had iPhones, they'd be like looking at the train schedule to see how they're going to get home.
Right, exactly. Or burying it on Twitter.
Yeah, and then Tracy Smothers came out and was fucking with the crowd and like... During the match, right?
Yeah.
Like, it was during the match, and then I'm completely distracted by Tracy Smothers because I'm fascinated by that guy.
Yeah.
It was literally one of the worst matches I've ever seen. It was complete fucking garbage. And I was like, this is more of why I don't like Shane Douglas. You know, like 2 ECW pay-per-views in a row, and I don't like the fucking guy.
Yeah.
The Dudleys come out, and Bam Bam's there, and Candido, and then it just turns into one person beating up another, and like there's no reason for any of it. Like,
yeah,
nothing,
like Big Dick Dudley is laying out people, and they're trying to get Shane Douglas on their side, and it's just weird.
Yeah, the New Jack and Cronus come out.
Yeah, and they murder everyone.
They murder everyone, which like that was the best part of the whole show.
Right.
But it kind of sucks because they're not playing Natural Born Killers.
And that's the best part of his whole thing.
Right, that's his whole... Exactly, yeah. They're playing some weird shit, too. Like, it sounds like... It sounded like a Tribe Called Quest. Right? Did you know? It was kind of weird. Like, but it wasn't like one of those instrumental versions. It was like lyrical. Like, there's a dude rapping, and I was like, what is this song? I tried to Shazam it, but it couldn't,
I think it's R-Truth, actually.
No.
I think it's R-Truth.
Are you serious?
No.
Oh, okay.
But thank you for believing me.
I was like, it doesn't sound like him, but maybe you're right.
It was a little
I tried to Shazam it, but, you know, with Joey Styles talking over it couldn't catch it.
Yeah.
But
he ruins everything.
Actually kind of a cool song.
Yeah.
Then there's a fan cam.
Oh, God.
Right, which, like, that doesn't even make sense. I don't even know how that's happening.
Why is that introduced at this point?
Apparently, the entire crowd was just literally waiting for New Jack to come out.
Yeah,
like,
I think
he
so.
was the reason they came to the show.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they save him for the very end. And...
At the very end. Yeah, they murder everybody. They murder Joel Gertner last.
Yeah.
And then the murderers celebrate in the crowd. And we celebrate the murderers.
Right, exactly. Yeah, overall, I really hated this pay-per-view.
Yeah. Dave Meltzer gave it 2 stars.
I heard he gave it 9 stars.
9?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, he got confused about where it took place. He didn't realize it was in
wasn't
Florida.
it in deep Japan?
Yeah. It was in Tokyo, Florida.
It was in, like, fucking West Japan.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, the first couple of matches were okay, but for the most part, it sucked. It was too much cross-promotion, I thought.
Yeah.
With the Jerry Lawler thing. Main event sucked. It's actually my least favorite show that we've ever reviewed.
Maybe you're right, yeah.
Because you know why? Because it never crosses into being funny bad. right? Like
Well, until the very, very end when like New Jack is like
Even that
I mean,
Mania
killing
episode,
people.
yeah.
I
There
mean,
was star power there, but it's like okay.
we've done a couple shows that were not very well. We did WrestleMania 11,
right.
but it was like at least funny, you
Yeah.
know, like it was comically bad. This was never comically bad. This was just regular bad. It maybe if it had a Dick to Go match, it would have been a little better.
That might have helped.
Yeah, I really don't know. Yeah, Gertner was the best part.
Well, Jen Jameson's tits, I think, were clearly one of the best
Yeah,
parts.
well, I mean, look, Jenna Jameson added a lot to it. And now I would have
Right.
preferred either Kelly Madison or Heather Brooke if I had my druthers.
Or even Nina Hartley.
Or
would
Nina
have been
Hartley, yeah.
fantastic in this.
Right, or,
I mean, we're
um,
talking 97. Maybe Kobe Ty,
Yeah, Asia Carrera.
Joe Kelly.
Yeah, right. They could have done better.
Yeah, there's a whole list.
J.R. Carrington. But or Peter North. But overall, fuck this show.
Yeah, Mr. Marcus didn't make an appearance, so fuck this show.
Yeah. So I think that's all we got to say about this fucking fiasco.
Should that be the show title?
Mr. Marcus?
Fuck this fiasco? Which one?
I thought the fuck this fiasco, but
Okay.
maybe yours would be maybe a little more soothing or suiting.
I don't know if Mr. Marcus is soothing.
Yeah, he is.
I'm definitely sure that is the case. All right.
All right, let's end this. Let's fucking stop. It's enough.
Enough of this goddamn ECW pay-per-view. You had the first one where you struck gold, and boy, did not follow through with this one.
No, they struck shit the second time around.
Brown liquid gold.
Tessa.
Tessa T.
Fuck.
All right, so yeah, that's our episode for this particular pay-per-view. If you want to check it out to see what kind of shit show is being described, sure. If you have an hour that you don't need in your life, go for it. Just to understand the context and see how not to drive an ambulance or a helicopter. So
Yeah,
please,
if you're a masochist, you'll enjoy this show.
yeah, this is your how-to and your training video for that. So please remember to let us know what you think of this episode. Let us know other episode ideas. Let us know other pay-per-views that are much better than this one. And we can
All of
definitely
them?
cover them. Yeah. And then you would hit us up on all the social media platforms. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. While you can, handle is wrestling_drunk. On behalf of Eddie and Scott, I'm Adam. Just reminding you to.
We've been doing this for almost a year, dude. How do you keep forgetting something?
I don't know.
Enjoy your buzz responsibly.
It's this Buckin root beer. There was a medicine aftertaste. Enjoy your buzz. Watch wrestling responsibly. Drink like nobody's watching. In the meantime, do wash your hands. Wear a mask. 6 feet social distance away from this show. And I think that takes care of it. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God!
Dive.
Cheers.
We got a theory. You see, Mike, we got a theory about magic and miracles. That's right. That's right. If magic is all we've ever known, then it's easy to miss what really goes on. But I've seen miracles in every way, and I see miracles every day. Ocean spanning beyond my sight, and a million stars way above them at night. You don't have to be high to look in the sky and know that's a miracle open wide. Look at the mountains, trees, the 7 seas, and everything chilling underwater. Please, hot lava, snow, rain and fog, long-necked giraffes and pet cats and dogs. And I've seen 85,000 people all in one room together as equal. Pure magic is the birth of my kids. I seen shit that'll shock your eyelids. The sun and the moon and even Mars. The Milky Way of fucking shooting stars. UFOs. A river flows. Plant a little seed and nature grows. Niagara Falls and the pyramids. Everything you believed in as kids. Fucking rainbows. After it rains, there's enough miracles here to blow your brains. I fed a fish to a pelican at Frisco Bay. It tried to eat my cell phone. He ran away. And music is magic, pure and clean. You can feel it and hear it, but it can't be seen, can't be seen. Music is all magic. You can't even hold it.
Do you notice and recognize miracles?
It's just there in the air.
Are you a believer in miracles?
Pure motherfucking magic, right? This shit'll blow your motherfucking mind. Music is a lot like love. It's all a feeling and it fills the room from the floor to the ceiling.
I see miracles all around me. Stop and look around, it's all astounding.
Water, fire, air, and dirt.
Fucking magnets, how do they work? And I don't wanna talk to a scientist. Y'all motherfuckers lying and getting me pissed.
Solar eclipse and vicious weather.
15,000 juggalos together.
And I love my mom for giving me this time on this planet. Take nothing for granted. I seen a caterpillar turn into a butterfly.
Miracles ain't nothing to lie.
Shaggy's little boys look just like Shaggy, and my little boy looks just like Daddy.
Miracles each and everywhere you look, and nobody has to stay where they put. This world is yours for you to explore.
It's nothing but miracles beyond your doors. The Dark Carnival is your invitation
to witness that without explanation.
Take a look at this fine creation
and enjoy it better with appreciation.
Crows, ghosts,
the midnight coast,
the wonders of the world,
mysteries the most.
Just open your mind and it ain't no way
to ignore the miracles of every day.
And that's real, and that's real. Magic everywhere in this bitch.
Do you notice and recognize miracles?
It's all around you don't even know it.
Are you a believer in
Shit's
miracles?